Hari Om to all of you. We welcome on behalf of our Ashram Vishwabharati Sangh and our Swamijis, we welcome all of you for this webinar to say a few words about our Vishwabharati Sangh, which is a 100% charitable trust headed by a couple of Swamijis, Swami Vajrapani Saraswati, who is the founder, and Swami Gambirananda Saraswati, who is the Acharya of this ashram. Both are direct disciples of Swami Satyananda Saraswati, the founder of BR School of Yoga. So we have our own ashram in Tiruvannamalai, and whenever you happen to come to Chennai, you're welcome to come our ashram, meet our Swamiji both in Chennai or in Tiruvannamalai. We conduct many courses from our trust. One is a Yoga Sutra course we started conducting, and further more courses are coming up. So we'll be letting you know. If you're part of any of our group, we'll be definitely letting you know. So now today we are going to discuss about the evolution chart. There are two sutras in Sadhanapada which covers the evolution chart, which is very sparingly discussed. If you go to the commentary or if you go to any YouTube channel, these sutras are very less discussed, but this covers the entire essence of Sankhya philosophy, which is the mother of all philosophy. So what we are going to do today, we are going to touch the chart, the outer view of the chart, what it contains. In fact, we are going to conduct a course for 8 hours covering only this chart. We are going to connect this with modern science. When I was I started studying Sankhya, in 3rd or 4th sutra, one of the commentators were mentioning that the entire universe started from 1 rupee coin. I was so amazed. How come the entire universe can start from 1 rupee coin like this? When I Googled more, I found it is true. Not 1 rupee coin, but it is much smaller than an atom. You can't even spot that tiny thing. From that entire universe came. That is a Big Bang theory. So I started collecting more information on Big Bang theory, the dark matter, dark energy, black hole, and all those things. And with our text, I found it was too much interesting. Whatever stories we said in our text, it is there in the science. How we know all those things, it was mind-blowing. So we prepared that as a course so that to inspire people, so that we take our culture in a scientific way. So that will be starting from next week onwards. It will be 2 days or 3 days a week. It's just simply 8 hours, where we'll be sharing all the materials, whatever we put as a PPT in a black and white format. And we also give you recording so that you can go through it. Please spread that message to all our next generation so that they get inspired to study our text and all those things. So we will get into that. So already few people have turned on the camera. Thanks a lot for it. Those who are possible, please switch on the camera. It will be more live. If you're not comfortable, you can switch it off. That's left to you. Okay. So we'll now share the screen and we'll go through the evolution chart. So this is the evolution chart. There are many evolution chart, okay, which talks about how the creation happened. Who is the creator, how the creation happened, and all those things. We have taken this chart. This is more suitable for related to Yoga Sutras, because Yoga Sutra we are discussing about Chitta and all those things. I will just run through it first, this slide, then we will go in detail about each and everything. Okay. Now we come from bottom to top. That will be more easy. There is something called Jnanendriyas. That means Jnana means knowledge, Indriyas means senses. That which gives you knowledge. What are the things we give knowledge? Only we have 5. We have ears, skin, eyes, tongue, and nose. If you close all these things, can you get any knowledge? You cannot get any knowledge. That's why if you take a kid always sees first, touches this, and shake it and try to hit the sound, and smell it and put it in the mouth. Whatever you give, the kid will do. Why? It wants to gain knowledge. If you want to gain knowledge in this world, you need this Jnana Indriyas. which gives you knowledge. And whatever you gather, where it reports to, it goes directly to the mind, manas. You know, the word mind in English means everything. Okay, we'll not talk about mind. In Sanskrit, it is called as manas. Why? There is something called intellect that we'll talk separately. So here, manas, which means mind, whatever you gather, that information goes to manas. Now you gathered information, you want to do action, right? How you do perform action? Through karma indriyas. Karma means action, indriyas means senses. What are the 5 organs which you do voluntarily? With mouth, yes, you can do. Arms, legs, excretory organ, reproductive organ. You can only control these 5 major organs. Can you control your heart? No. Can I control my lungs, my kidneys, my pancreas? No, nothing I can control. So only I can do action through this 5. So they are called karma indriyas. So jnana indriyas collects information, submit to the manas. Manas stores all the memory, everything is there in the manas. And if manas wants to do any action, karma indriyas it do. You know, the manas will not think and it will not use its intellect. You are a sweet lover. When I show the sweet, the eye sees the sweet. You know, the smell the sweet. It reports to the mind. You know, this is your favorite sweet. Immediately your hands will come in front and you just grab it, put it in your mouth. Okay, not thinking whether this sweet is good or not to my health. You will not think. That is the work of buddhi. Sometimes buddhi will say, no, don't take. Doctor said not to take sweet. Then buddhi will come. Buddhi means intellect, which will say what is right and what is wrong. Okay, this is about this. When you come to the right side of the table, something called tanmatras. See, God wants us, or the creator wants us to experience only these 5 things: sound, touch, form, taste, and smell. Can we experience anything beyond this? No. So these are the basic things which are so subtle. Only these 5 windows are available. These windows, I need to experience these things. So for that, Mahabhutas are created. That means what? Space, air, fire, water. These things are created so that I can experience sound, touch, form, taste, and smell. Okay, we will discuss little detail later. So these 2 has come from something called ahamkara, identity. Okay, we'll discuss ahamkara again little later. So ahamkara, one side goes manas, other side comes tanmatras. From tanmatras, Mahabhutas were created. You might be thinking, everything is made of Mahabhutas. How come space can be created from sound? The question will come, right? I'm saying sound creates space. You will think space is what? All encompassing, which contains everything. How come sound can create space? We will discuss that. So here you can see the box chitta. Chitta contains buddhi, ahamkar, manas. Chitta is what you can say as mind or whatever you call in English term. But we say chitta means which contains 3 things: buddhi, ahamkar, manas. Apart from that, there is a whole emptiness in chitta. Okay, we will also talk little later about it. Now, this is about the center and bottom portion of the chart. You come to the top portion. There is something called Purusha, which I have not shown here. Okay, Purusha means soul. Soul is outside the chart. Mula Prakriti means unmanifested form of creation. That means creation not yet happened. When this soul or the Purusha or Brahman or whatever you call, that gives energy to Mula Prakriti, then this unmanifested creates the first creation. What is the first creation? Mahat, universal intelligence. How come all our galaxies and our solar system and everything in the universe getting handled? Because of this universal intelligence. Something very, very high intelligence is there, which is running entire thing. I am one drop of that intelligence, which is called Chitta. Chitta means one drop of Mahat. So there is unmanifested thing that is called Mula Prakriti. When Purusha touches Mula Prakriti, the first creation, Mahat, is created. Mahat can be called as Brahma, the 4-faced Brahma, right? Who creates, who came from navel of Vishnu. You can call Mahat as Brahma. Once you create Brahma, Brahma will create everything, right? So this is how the chart goes. Now we will get into little more detail, because this session is for beginners who don't have any knowledge about this chart, and they want to understand in a logical and scientific way. We'll take that session like that. Now we'll get into one by one. Now, what is it you see in this wall? 3 pinholes, not keyholes. Keyholes are much bigger. 3 pinholes, okay? Can you see the outside world through these 3 pinholes? No, right? Just a small pin can go. You cannot see outside. Can you see? Tell me what you see in this right side picture. How many pinholes you can see? There are 5 pinholes. Okay. Now, can you see the entire thing outside this hall by using the 5 pinholes? We have put a little bigger, red point so that it's visible. Just imagine it's a pinhole. Even if you see through all the 5, you can see in one direction. You can't see what is top, what is side, what is ground, right? You can't see. At the most, you can see little outside of this wall. These are the 5 holes available for me to see what exists outside. Now, if I use this 5 hole and see little bit, is it my imagination or is it the reality outside? It cannot be the reality, right? Because very little I can see. I can't even see one object clearly, but somehow I'm trying to see those 5 keyholes. So I am not seeing the existence as a whole. I am seeing something and I'm imagining something. Now what we have? We have the 5 pinholes, which are called eyes, mouth, or tongue, the nose, skin. This is not hands. This is skin and ears. These are the 5 things you use to understand the outside world. And all these people are reporting to the brain or the mind or chitta. And you see, what is the eyes? What is the object of the eyes? What is the food for the eyes? Sight, right? The scene or the sight is the food for the eyes. What for the mouth? To taste. So taste is the object or food for the mouth. What is the object for the nose? Smell. What is the object for the skin? Touch. What is the object for the ear? Sound. Now these are called tanmatras. Sight, taste, smell, touch and hearing. God, I should not say God. People, if you don't believe in God, you can say nature. God or nature want to experience the world through sight, taste, smell, touch and hearing. For that only he created 5 jnanendriyas, 5 organs. The eyes, mouth, nose, skin and the ears. Now, you can say, this is good only. I can see everything. I can hear everything. I can do many things. What is problem? I'm living here for many, many years in this world. I'm using it effectively. I am perceiving everything. No, we are not perceiving everything. Just see, this is the audible range. Let's say hearing. Our audible range is 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. Something is beyond or below, you cannot hear. What our cat or dog can hear, I cannot hear. You tell me, are we really capable? No, very small bandwidth. If something happens distant, our dog and cat, you see their ears, it'll be moving here and there. They can hear, but we can hear nothing. And even if you get age, 60, 70, what 20-year youngster can hear, you cannot hear, right? Our organs have limited perception. Even it is not up to the animal. Animals are much superior than us. Then what is that making us top of the creation is our intellect, which is there in the mind. Now, okay, this I can accept, but I'm seeing everything. My eyes are perfect. I'm not wearing glass also, I'm seeing. How can you say I'm not seeing? You come to the site, this is the visible range. The entire range, things are there around us. I can only see in this window. See, this is a visible range. If something exists in X-ray or UV or a microwave or a radio wave, I cannot see. But our TV can see. If you put one dish antenna, connect a TV, the dish antenna collects all the waves and gives you a picture. That same waves is around me. Can you see the movie without using TV? No. So what I can see also very small bandwidth. If somebody stands next to me in a microwave frequency, I cannot see him. None of us can see. The whole world, other world can exist beside us in other frequency, but we cannot see. This is only our whatever range we found. There may be other dimensions also. So what we see also very less. So using the five senses, can you perceive all the creation? No, it is not possible. So it is like I'm seeing through this five holes and thinking I have all the knowledge. When we do meditation, get into samadhi, we go beyond these five senses. We don't need these five senses when you get into samadhi. You get something called intuition, something called higher perception, some instruments you will get through which you can perceive the entire creation. It's like opening the door. You open the door and go outside, you perceive everything. Not through this small pinhole. You break and open. This is what the yogi does. When the yogi gets into samadhi, initially he opens a small window or make the hole bigger. When you do sadhana, yoga sadhana, what happens? You make the window bigger, bigger, bigger. After some time, you close everything and open small window, then big door. You don't require. When you open a big door, these holes are not required at all. You don't need any senses. Without eyes, you can see. Without ears, you can listen. Without all the five senses, you can perceive. That is there in samadhi for the yogis. But as of now, we all have only these five small holes. Now, let's start from the bottom chart. Now, this is the world. This world, how I am perceiving? I am perceiving through my five senses. Again, what are tanmatras here? I want to reiterate again and again. Tanmatras are very difficult to understand. The sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. These are all tanmatras. God wants to give only these five doors or five holes to see the world. So for that, only five organs were created. Okay. For seeing only, the eyes are created. For hearing sound only, the ears are created. Like that, the organs are created. Now, the organs are created to receive tanmatras, objects of the organs. So, tanmatras are very much that only. For sight only, eyes are created. So, these are the parent thing. Tanmatras only responsible for all these things. Now, the tanmatras are their objects. The organs are there. So, the eyes are seeing the scene and reporting directly to the mind. Whatever you experience through five senses, it directly stored to the mind in the memory as experiences, as picture, or whatever it is. Now you want to do action to the world. What organs you have? You have these five organs where consciously you do action. Other thing, it happens automatically, right? See, you have mouth. Now morning you would have taken a nice breakfast. The breakfast is so tasty, you put it in your tongue and to the mouth, you chewed it, you enjoyed it. When it becomes so shabby, you swallowed it. Below the throat, who takes care of activity? It is not under our control. Below the throat to the excretion, it is not under our control. Who does it? It's an automated factory. The world's most sophisticated automated factory is not in Tesla factory at China. It is here in this body. The moment you swallow, everything is automatic. Whatever hormone secretion, whatever has to happen, the body decides which is poison, which is good. It does everything. So the mouth, arms, legs, excretory and reproductive organs are the five organs which you do voluntarily. Rest of the thing happens involuntarily. Automatically it happens. So they are called karmendriyas, action organs. These are called sense organs, the five senses. So you observe everything through the five senses, report to the mind. The mind wants to do some action. It does the action through karmendriyas. And you do that to the world through that. This is the loop which goes on and on and on always. Now, we have to understand this chart. Okay. Now, we can come to the tanmatras and mahabhutas. How mahabhutas are created? See, sound. Sound wants to reach which part, which organ? Sound wants to reach ears, right? Sound want to reach ears. Now, without space, can the sound reach ears? So, space is the vehicle of sound. So, sound is a master. No, how sound is a master? Suppose you buy a BMW car. You are a small person. BMW is a big car. Now, who is the owner? You are the owner. You want to travel to all the places, so you bought a BMW car. Now, who gave birth to BMW car? Only you. You are the master. You want to travel, you bought a car. So sound is a master. Sound wants to travel in this universe. So space was created. See, one logic we should understand. None of the objects in the universe is created for its own purpose. You have a beautiful chair. Can the chair sit on the chair? Can the bed lie on the bed? None of the object is meant for its use, for some other use. So if you have five bhutas are created for some other purpose. So space is created for sound to travel. Air is created to feel the touch. Fire is created to see the form. Fire means both heat and light. Only if light is there, I can see the form, the sight or the vision happens. The water is created to taste. You see, in your tongue, just put a sweet. If your tongue is dry, you cannot enjoy the sweet. You cannot taste it. Only if your tongue has some water, saliva, then only you will get the taste. So water is responsible for the taste. Earth is responsible for the smell. Or in another way, in earth, you can get all the five bhutas, right? In the earth, you get water, fire, air, space. Correct? In the water, what will you get? In the water, you have fire. That means heat is there. You know, in the water, heat is there. If you remove the heat, it becomes ice. Even in ice, you can remove heat. It goes 0, -1, -2 and also. Water contains fire, air and space. And fire contains air and space, right? Without air, without space, fire cannot come. Fire don't have water. And air contains space. The space, simply there. What for space is there? Because sound needs to travel. That's why we say the creation has come from Om. God uttered 3 Om and the entire universe was created. Sound is a master. Modern science says everything is vibration, energy. Everything is vibration. There is no matter. There is no you and me. You are a set of atoms vibrating in one frequency. I am certain set of atoms vibrating in other frequency. Every matter is vibration. Wherever there is vibration, there is sound, right? And wherever there is sound, there is vibration. They call as vibration. We call that a sound in our text. Sound is a master. So like this, for each Tanmatra, each Mahabhutas are created. It acts as a vehicle. The Tanmatras has to reach the sense organs. So Mahabhutas are the vehicle. Now, can you tell me what are the Buddhas here in this picture? What Buddhas you can find?
Fire, water, earth, air, space, everything.
All the five. So now I am sitting in the earth. All the five Bhutas are there. Correct? And the five Tanmatras I can do. The sound, taste, smell, touch. Everything I can do, right? All the five. Everything I can do. So I can taste everything. Now, just see, you dive into water. What Tanmatra will be missing? What you will be having? Can you tell me? In the water, what will be missing? Tanmatras. I'm talking about Tanmatras. The five objects of the senses. Air is absent. Space is absent.
Sound will be missing.
Air is there.
Fire is also absent, sir.
We cannot hear the sound.
No, sir, everything will be there.
Everything will be there.
Everything will be there. Yes.
There
for
is
example,
water. There is a space as well. Water itself.
see, space will be there. Without space, water will not come. You can also taste the water. You can also, the sound can travel inside water. Don't think sound is not there. I cannot hear. We cannot hear. All the living beings there, they can hear the sound.
Everything is there, sir.
Air is also there. H2O, right? So hydrogen, oxygen combine to form water. What is missing is smell. Inside water, you cannot have smell. You have nose here, you can hear smell. Smell is missing. So one Tanmatra will be missing there. Now you tell me in fire. In fire, what are Tanmatras there? In the water, smell is not there. Okay? So you cannot use your nose. Now you tell me in the fire, what are the Tanmatras are there?
Water is missing.
Water is missing.
Fire.
So fire is there. space is there, sound is there. Can you taste? Can you taste the fire? No, you cannot taste.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Pure fire do not have smell. See, when you burn something, the smell will come. Can you smell what sun is there? Something not in your senses, you cannot smell. So what is here is the sound is there. Sound can travel. All vibration is there in the fire. So sound is there, space is there, then heat is there, heat or light is there. When you get into the universe outside, you tell me what is there. You go out of earth, what is there? What is missing? What tanmatras are there?
Taste will not be there.
Air is missing.
Taste will not be there.
Space and air. Who said air is
Taste
missing?
there. Taste is missing.
Taste and smell.
Taste
All
and-
those things missing. What you have only two things. One is sound. Sound exists. They have found the sound of sun. You go to NASA website, it is there. We have collected that also in our 8 hours course. What NASA says about it. And the sound is there and space is there. So sound is tanmatra, space is the Panchabhutas. Along with sound, you have air. You have a lot of hydrogen and helium, which occupies the entire space. Don't think there is no air. Even water is there. Even water in the form of air. Everything in the form of air is there. Hydrogen, oxygen is there. Very, very less quantity. Why the air? We say air is there, but we still say vacuum. Because very, very less density air. If you push one object in the space, that object will go forever. Because the density of air is very, very less, nothing will obstruct it, keep on going. But in the space, if you throw in our atmosphere, air restriction will be there. So the air restriction is there. The gravity also pulls, you cannot go. Outside, there is no gravity. There is very, very less air. As good as we say, there is no air. But without air, you cannot make the space. There is a bottle, okay? The plastic bottle. Can you make the plastic bottle without air? If you remove every air in the plastic bottle, what will happen? It become a paper. It will be crushed inside. Similarly, without air, you cannot make the universe. No oxygen. Oxygen is very, very less. You cannot breathe. But there are a lot of hydrogen and helium, which fills the space. So even if you remove the air maximum, which is there, everything all encompassing is space only. Right? If you remove the air, you cannot remove everything. Something should be there. So ultimately, space is the mother of everything. Now, why the space is created? The question will come. Why the space? Because sound has to travel. Sound is God. Sound has to travel. That's why space is created. That's why we say every creation has come from Nadam, sound. So sound is the master or sound is the mother of all creation. So now if you see this chart, I have tanmatras. We say this is the basis. Sound wants to travel, space is created, and where it has to travel? To travel through to the ears. So sound wants to reach ears through the vehicle called space. Touch wants to reach my skin through the vehicle called air. Form wants to reach my eyes through the vehicle called fire or light. Taste wants to reach my tongue through the vehicle called water. Smell wants to reach nose through the vehicle called earth. Earth means anything solid. Pure water doesn't have any smell. You mix some solid thing, some sandal or something, you get smell. Correct? So any solid thing is earth. This is a connection between tanmatras, jnanendriyas, the vehicle are mahabhutas. Karmendriyas we already seen. Now getting into little more clarity. You can see here the 5 bhutas are here. Space, air, fire, water, earth. Right side you see 5 jnanendriyas and you have a mind. Now left side you see sound, touch, form, taste, smell. These are all tanmatras. Now why this is written like this is, when you see here, for everything sound is the base. So sound is the first thing which want to exist in the universe. Space was created. When the space is created, now I want to have touch. So space, in the space, the air is created so that I can feel the touch. When the air is created, after that only fire is created. Because fire cannot come before air. Fire means it has to burn, right? So fire is created, heat or light, so that I can have rupa, form. Then water is created. Inside water, heat is there, right? Fire is there in the water also. So that's why fire, air and space together forms the basis of creation of water. What for? I need to taste. Then the earth is created. What for? I need to smell. So these are the tanmatras, these are the panchabhutas, and these are the organs. Now you see, the sound reaches my ears through the vehicle of space. Touch reaches my skin through the vehicle of air. The form reaches my eyes through light or fire. The taste reaches my tongue through water. Smell reaches my nose through earth. Is it clear? Little difficult to remember. If you just go through once or twice with the chart, because this is very difficult sutra, these two sutras, and the entire Sankhya philosophy lies only on this evolution chart. Now, we'll discuss something in the center, which is called chitta. This one full box is called chitta. Chitta means, you can give a different name. We will explain it. Accordingly, you give name. Chitta contains 3 compartments called buddhi, ahamkar, manas. We don't know what is manas, right? Whatever your action organs. Om Prakash sir, we'll wait another 10 minutes. We'll finish. Then we'll take questions. Thank you, sir. You will have definitely, every one of us, you will be having a lot of questions. We'll take it in the end. Now, what is manas? Manas means whatever you stored from karma, jnanendriyas. The 5 sense organs, it will be stored in manas. All the memory comes here. And whatever you want to do action, you do that. That is manas. Now we'll come to buddhi. Okay. Many times we say, right, we took some decision, we'll take, then after that we'll say, oh my God, my buddhi did not work. I took a wrong decision. Or sometimes I know it is wrong, still I start doing it. What are the things? Every day we do many things. I want to eat only little sweet, but it is so tasty, I took another one. My buddhi said, don't eat, you will suffer. But my mind says, no, you enjoy. Because mind knows only pleasure and pain. It will not decide what is right and wrong. Buddhi means always it tells you what is right, what is wrong. That's a very sweet, very tasty ice cream. I know I will get cold by taking ice cream. But Manas will say, no. That's a double chocolate flavor. You know how tasty it is. Only today you take. Manas will say, Buddhi will say, don't take, it is tasty, but it is not good for your health. You will catch cold. But end of the day, you start taking it. After that, the Buddhi will say, I told you no, cold will come. If you get cold, Buddhi will scold you. I told you 10 times not to take, you will get cold. Then you will think, okay, next time I will not take. This happens every day in our life. Whatever the right and wrong, Buddhi always say, but we don't empower it. Buddhi is like a parent. Manas is like a child. Child always go behind the pleasure. Child always wants to watch TV, eat chocolate. But the parent will say, no, this is a homework time. Do homework, then watch TV. So Buddhi acts like a parent, always guide you what is right, what is wrong. But Manas, it wants to go away from Buddhi. Manas only enjoys the pleasure. Now there is something called ahamkara. Ahamkara means identity. See, how we two are different, how you and me are different. You have a different body, I have a different body, right? This one makes a big difference. Now, body means you have a form. I have a form. This itself is an identity. You know bundi? The bundis are there. You just put your hand and mold it as laddu. What is the difference between bundi and laddu? Laddu has a form. Bundi doesn't have a form. Right? So when something has a form, we say that's an identity. You say that's a laddu. This is round in form. You can define it. Something like a flour. If we take the wheat flour. A wheat flour means you'll say wheat flour. You make it as a chapati. You make a puri. You make a paratha. Then there's a form comes. So identity means that which gives you a physical form is identity. So I have a body. This is one identity. And there is a mental form also. What is mental form? Your personality is different. My personality is different, right? What is personality? Your likes and dislikes are different. My likes and dislikes are different. That makes we both different. So there is a personality or a form in the mind. There is a form in the body. All these two are required for my survival, which is created by ahamkara. When a baby is born, what happens? 2 cells forms inside the womb of mother. Within 9 months, it comes out as baby. When it comes out, there is a body. That's a physical form. That is an identity. It is a human being. It has eyes and all the organs. You can define that being. And that baby also has character inside, inherent character, which comes out later. And it also gains some other character when you start living. There is a mental identity. So there is a physical identity, there is a mental identity. That is called ahamkar. What is chitta? Chitta means these three combines together form chitta, but chitta is like a big pond, okay? And in that big pond, three small glass boxes are there: manas, ahamkar, and buddhi. Apart from buddhi, ahamkar, manas, there is a lot of emptiness the pond has. That is called chitta. So chitta contains these three and other emptiness. If you cross manas, buddhi, and ahamkar in the meditative state, when you reach samadhi, you get into real chitta. That means there you don't need your senses. You start perceiving the universe in another dimension. Now you connect this. See, manas has jnanendriyas, karmendriyas. So this jnanendriyas, karmendriyas form the physical identity, the body part of it, right? You have the body and you have all the organs. The physical identity comes on the left side of ahamkar. The mental identity, the left side comes under, the manas also carries the mental identity, and under this, the physical identity also comes. But before that, first right side has to, the ahamkar identity. I want to have an identity means what should I need to have? I need to have this 5 holes. So identity, I want to have identity. I create this tanmatras: sound, touch, form, taste, and smell. Now tanmatra has to come means tanmatra further produces mahabhutas. When all the 5 bhutas are there, then my karma indriyas, jnanendriyas, my body, everything can form. So this is the connection. Ahamkara gives one side the manas and the mind, the mental thing, and which further creates body, everything. On the other side, the creation, whatever I see outside through 5 bhutas. I want to have this 5 tanmatras, so 5 bhutas are created. And it all, I am a drop of this universal consciousness. So I call myself chitta. That's why many people get attracted to spirituality in a later age, because when we enjoy everything, finally we see the limitation of the creation. We want to cross that. Why? Because the drop of chitta, mahat, drop of mahat is here. What is mahat? It's a universal intelligence. You can call that as also equivalent to God, which controls everything. What controls everything in the universe controls us also. Or it is there in us also. No, the anda and pinda are same. You take the structure of atom. You see the molecular structure of any atom where the electron is rotating around, proton, neutron is there. Same thing is the solar system. Same thing is the galaxy. So mahat is a universal intelligence. I am one drop of mahat. Mahat controls the entire thing, the entire universe. Whatever you can see, you cannot see. But this chitta controls only me. I have one drop inside. I control certain things in my body. If I want to touch mahat, first I need to do chitta vritti nirodha. You know, the Yoga Sutra, second sutra says that means control the activities of your mind. That means control your manas, ahamkar, and buddhi. If you control and go beyond buddhi, ahamkar, manas, you get into the large unexplored part of chitta. That chitta and mahat has a direct connection. So that's why when we are into samadhi, meditation samadhi, you go beyond buddhi, ahamkar, and manas, you are in your chitta. That means very still, very silent part of our mind. In fact, modern science also says only 10% of the brain we use, 90% we don't use. So we can assume this is a 90% of that unexplored part, which we call as chitta. When you touch that 90% part, it is directly connected to mahat. Then you can understand whatever creation is. Our great yogis, siddhas did the same thing. They get into samadhi, they start understanding the sun, moon, galaxy, everything. That means you get mahat. How the mahat has come? Mahat we call as Brahma, who did all the creation. He is the first creation. Created by whom? You can say whether it is Narayana or Shiva or whatever be it is. They can be called as Moola Prakriti. See, many analogies we can take. You can call Shiva or Narayana as Purusha also, the universal soul, and Moola Prakriti as Shakti also. That is one way. Or you can say from Shiva or Narayana, everything came, the Brahma came. The Brahma came from navel of Vishnu. Or from Shiva came the entire creation. whichever the belief system we can take that. That is called Mula Prakriti. Mula Prakriti means Shiva or Vishnu will not do anything. All creation will be done by Brahma. So if you assume Mula Prakriti as Shiva or Vishnu, what you call as Purusha, it is Brahman. That means formless divinity. Because Shiva has a form, Vishnu has a form. Now the same Shiva and Vishnu, if they become formless, you can call that as Brahman or Brahman. You know, all Upanishad talks about Brahman. So that's a formless divinity. When we call that as Purusha in yoga philosophy, from Purusha, it touches the Mula Prakriti, then all the creation started happening. The first creation is Mahat, which is the universal intelligence. When this universal intelligence is created, it further creates all automatically. And all the creation happens. So this is right side is one chart. Left side, you see there's a difference. I don't want to confuse. If you want to understand, you understand. Because if I start explaining for beginners, it will be little confusing. Because, you know, here it's Buddhi is mentioned. So I leave it. And this is just a overview of the chart. This chart takes, even in our normal Yoga Sutra class, we take at least 1.5 hours. But it will be more technical. So it will not be good for the beginners. So if you already know the chart, if you have any further questions or any beginners who have further question, we are ready to answer. If I know, if I don't know, I'll definitely find and give you the answer, because it's very difficult to put everything in logic. So many things comes by experience. You cannot experience in logic. We always give this example. You have a gulab jamun. I am from Calcutta. I never tasted. I know only rasagulla. Now you are here tasting gulab jamun. Can you tell me how it tastes so that I taste the same thing? You can never explain. Whatever you explain, I simply visualize that as a rasagulla only, because I know only rasagulla. So you can never ever put your experience into words. So all the higher concepts of yoga or the scriptures is to experience. You cannot logically put everything into its place and say 100% I understand. The main understanding will come only by experience, and it's a subjective experience. In our life also, we get beautiful experiences, horrible experiences, but none of those experiences you can put in words so that other people can enjoy, can experience. No, only little they can enjoy. You went to a beach or you went to a mountain. If you call me from there and tell, you know, how beautiful the mountain is, if you start explaining, I will not get that fully. From my understanding, I will assume something, but your actual experience is different. So if you want to understand all these things, definitely we need more swadhyaya, self-reflection and self-experience. To some extent, we can put it logically so that we can inspire to study more. Now I welcome any questions, please let us know. First, Om Prakash sir raised this thing. After that, I'll come to Deepal ji. Om Prakash ji, kindly sir, please.
Sir, you called the 5 organs as Karma Vishesha. Now, if 5 organs are Karma Vishesha, then what are Tanmatras? What title we should give to, or name should we call Tanmatras as?
No, Karmendriyas we said. Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, Tanmatras.
Yeah,
Tanmatras
these are Karma Vishesha. You said these are Karma Vishesha. Then
no,
what is Tanmatra? What can we call Tanmatra?
No, you are talking about Vishesha, Avishesha like that?
No, you just said that the 5 organs that we have are Karma Vishesha.
No,
That's
I say
what I noticed.
Karmendriyas. Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, Tanmatras. Tanmatras are the objects to Jnanendriyas.
Okay.
The food.
Fine.
Tanmatras are the food to Jnanendriyas.
Okay. And second question is, in that Asmita where you have written, they have written Asmita Avishesha. What is this Asmita Avishesha?
Yeah, it will take little more time, sir. I'll take this question last.
Okay. Right.
Time permits. It takes at least 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'll do that. Yes, Deepalji, kindly.
I wanted to know, we understand when we study Sankhya, we understand the process of evolution. What else do we understand from Sankhya? Like what is the main if I want to summarize, what do we understand out of Sankhya philosophy?
Good question.
Apart from evolution, like, okay, but then what else?
Okay, good question. But the question comes from a superficial level. It is like, see, what Sankhya says, It gives knowledge about the creation, right? It gives knowledge how the universe is created. If you really dive and dwell deeper into it, it is so amazing. It says like, Karna saw the Vishwarupa Darshana of Vishnu. Now you tell me, what is the use of seeing Vishwarupa Darshana? Vishwarupa Darshana means not seeing through our eyes. If you really perceive the creator, you will not be same again. Watching one cinema will change your attitude. It touched your heart. Next few days, you are totally mesmerized with that cinema. Some kind of emotion you carry after seeing a cinema. You tell me, really, if you understand the creation, will you be the same person again? Will you be fighting and doing with little things around? No. That's how Sankhya gives. Sankhya says the same thing. Sankhya says, why this philosophy? Why means, if you understand the creation, you will not get into small things. You will go behind the eternal, the permanent one. You will become meditative by nature. When you understand the universe is so much, you can't even imagine. When you come to our course, the 8-hour course, it is mesmerizing. It is unbelievable what science says. Not philosophy. Science says, which is totally you cannot imagine. Those things science says. When we think this is so immense, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine things. The scientists are saying, it is like, it looks so stupid. You can't even imagine. You can only laugh at things. Whatever happening in the universe, only you can laugh, because you can never perceive. It is so huge, you can't perceive. When you understand that immensity, we become so humble and polite. We understand we are nothing. The ego goes. When the ego goes, when the humbleness comes, when the humiliation comes, then everything comes in our life. So that's the main purpose of Vidya, knowledge. Otherwise, learning something and thinking we have two horns and I know this philosophy, that philosophy, we are getting into a wrong end. When we know more, we should become humbled, right? That's what happens in the life. When we progress at the age of 20, 25, 30, we think we are the big person. I can do everything. The more you get matured, you know you are nothing. I'm as good as an ant. That maturity will come later. That's why when everybody become like grandfather, grandmother, they become so humble. The same people, when they are father and mother, they are so egoistic. All the fathers, mothers, they fight. Grandfather, grandmother always try to protect. They say, leave it, it's okay, na? Leave it. The small kid, na? All humbleness will come. It comes by maturity. Similarly, by reading any scriptures, it gives a lot of maturity, especially spiritual maturity. Then we start thinking about higher, not the limited materialistic thing. We go beyond the materialistic thing. I hope it's not a long answer.
Thank you, sir.
Any other question?
If nobody has,
Sir.
then I'll ask.
Yes, somebody? Apart from Om
Yeah.
Prakash, sir?
Yes,
ma'am.
sir. This is Sonia. Sir, பதஞ்சலி முனிவர் வந்து சாங்கியா பிலாசபில இருந்து தான் வந்து அதை பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் வந்து அவர் இந்த பதஞ்சலி யோக சூத்ரா இருக்குன்னு வந்து வைல் மேடம் வந்து எங்களுக்கு கிளாஸ் எடுக்கும் போது சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. அதுல வந்து அவர் வந்து இறைவன்னு இல்ல சிவன்னு எங்கேயுமே சொல்லல. அவர் வந்து புருஷ விசேஷா அப்படின்னு தான் சொல்லியிருப்பாரு. அப்படின்னா மனுஷங்க வாழ்ற மனுஷங்களே யாரு வந்து ரொம்ப இதெல்லாம், அதாவது மனுஷங்க கிட்ட இருக்கிற ஈகோயிஸ்டிக் அந்த மாதிரி எதுவுமே இல்லாம எல்லாத்தையும் கடந்திருக்காங்களோ அவங்களதான் புருஷ விசேஷான்னு சொல்றாங்க, சிவன்னு சொல்லல அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க. இப்போ வால்மீகி முனிவர் அப்புறம் அருணகிரிநாதர்லாம் வந்து அவங்க லைஃப்ல வந்து ஏதோ அதாவது நார்மல் பர்சனா கூட இல்லாம நிறைய விஷயங்கள் பண்ணாலுமே அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு டைம்ல வந்து தே காட் முக்தி. அது இல்ல, நான் என்ன கேட்க வரேன் அப்படின்னா, சோ ஆனா திருப்புகழ்ல வந்து இவர் வந்து அருணகிரிநாதர் வந்து முருகனை வந்து பார்த்ததாவும் சொல்றாரு. அதே மாதிரி பாம்பன் சுவாமிகள்லாம் வந்து முருகனை பார்த்ததா சொல்றாங்க. இப்ப அப்பா அம்மா வந்து இதுதான் கரெக்ட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லும் போது நம்ம அதை ஃபாலோ பண்றோம். ஆனா இறைநிலை மட்டும்தான் இருக்கு, சாமி அப்படிங்கிறது இல்ல அப்படின்னு ஒரு சில நேரங்கள்ல சில சொல்லும் போது நம்ம எதை ஃபாலோ பண்றது அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு ஒரு தெளிவு நமக்கு கிடைக்க மாட்டேங்குது.
கடவுள் இருக்காரா இல்லையா?
இறைநிலையை தான் வந்து, அதாவது 5 நீங்க சொல்ற மாதிரி தன்மாத்ராஸ் மேல மனசும் வந்து அதுதான் வந்து 6வது இதா வந்து முருகனை வந்து சொல்றாங்க. சோ அது வந்து
கடவுள்
சிவனும் சக்தியும் சேர்ந்ததுன்னு சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. இது இல்லாம இதெல்லாம் கிடையாது, வெறும் இறைநிலை மட்டும் தான் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க.
சரி.
நம்ம இவங்கள ஃபாலோ பண்றதா இல்ல எதை ஃபாலோ பண்றதுன்னு ஒரு கன்ஃபியூஷன் இருக்கு சார்.
சரி மேடம். இதுல இங்கிலீஷ்ல சொன்னா உங்களுக்கு போருமா இந்த ஆன்சரா இல்ல தமிழ்ல சொல்லணுமா?
Sir, please say it in
Sonia,
English.
இங்கிலீஷ்ல சொன்னா
or
போதும்
Hindi,
சார்.
please.
okay, I'll
We
just
didn't
translate.
understood anything.
That's what I asked her.
Sorry. Actually, if I speak in
No
Tamil, I
problem.
can explain it very well. So that
Oh,
I
sure.
spoke in Tamil. Sorry.
No problem, ma'am. No problem. Nothing wrong in the language. If you talk in Hindi only, it's a problem. I don't understand Hindi. Tamil and English are fine. So
What was the
Yeah, thank
question,
you,
sir?
sir.
What
yeah,
was the question?
I will repeat the question. So what she says is, people say all the concept Yoga Sutra is taken from Sankhya. First, this is wrong. Only the evolution chart is taken from Sankhya. All other concepts, here it is different. But Purusha, Prakriti, those things are same. There are many similarities between Sankhya and Yoga philosophy, but these two are unique. They don't agree with each other. Sankhya doesn't accept Yoga. Yoga doesn't accept Sankhya. Why? There is a concept of Ishvara. Now, Ishvara, what Madam said is, Ishvara doesn't mean God. Ishvara is like people who went beyond. No, Ishvara means God. It clearly says, though it says Vishesha Purusha, it gives quality of Ishvara. In 24, 25, 26, 3 sutras in Samadhipada talks about the qualities of Ishvara. These 3 qualities you cannot give to any guru. Though guru is higher, I'm not denying. But these 3 qualities you cannot give to any person with body. You can only give to Ishvara. What it says, one is beyond klesha karma cycle, who is beyond impurities. Every being has a little impurity. Even the enlightened being has little one which is there. That's why they have come in the birth. So who is beyond impurity? Only God. Next it says, who is the seed of all knowledge? Can human being can have seed of all knowledge? Only Ishvara. Ishvara is either Vishnu or Shiva, you consider. That is not mentioned. Ishvara means God. The next is, it exists all the time, eternal. Only God can be eternal. No sages, anybody can be eternal. So these are the 3 qualities that is mentioned in Ishwar Panidana 24, 25, 26. So definitely Ishvara means God. It doesn't mean Guru or anybody. It is beyond that. You can become Guru, or Guru is equivalent to God, we see. But one day the Guru also merges with that only. When he gets self-realization, he realizes, go back, doesn't come back. So whom to follow? It doesn't matter whether you believe in God, you have your route. You know, we have 6 darshanas. Shad darshanas. Darshana means the ways, 6 philosophies. And there are other 3 philosophies, Buddhism, Jainism, Charvaka, which don't believe in God. If you believe in God, if you believe in Vedas, you have a path. If you don't believe in Vedas, if you don't believe in God, you have a path. Whichever it is appealing to you, you follow, because all the philosophies' goal is to reach self-realization, to get mukti. See, there is a mountain temple. You want to reach the temple. How to go? Many paths. You create your own path, or you go somebody's path. You go by bus, you go by walk, you go by train, you go by flight. You reach anything, right? You follow any vehicle, but the destination is same. All the philosophies are different path. They don't agree with each other. Something they will agree, something they will not agree. But the destination, self-realization, that everyone agrees. So that is the destination. You travel whichever way you want.
As you said, it is an experience, or each and every sutra should be experienced by each and everyone. So that experience will be different for each and everyone based on their karmas, as you said.
Understanding will be different, but slowly, if you understand, you start performing your yoga sadhana, whatever sadhana in your life. The more you do sadhana, the more impurities will go. When the impurities will go, your experience, my experience will be same. Now it is different. When we watch a movie, 100 people are here, 100 people will give 100 reviews, right? Not one review. Why 100 is different? Because everyone have different colored glass. I see the world through my glass. If my glass is yellow, I see world is yellow. If your glass is green, you will say the world is green. Who is right? Both are wrong. Because I see through my impurities of my mind, you see the world through your impurities of your mind. If we both cleanse our impurities, we will see the same object, same understanding. Till such time, understanding will be different. Yes,
Yes, sir.
Roma
சார்
Biswaji.
சாரி
Beautiful, sir.
சாரி
Beautiful.
இது இன்னொன்னு மட்டும் கேட்டுறேன் சார்.
சொல்லுங்க மேடம்.
சாரி சார்.
Sir,
இப்போ
Namaste.
இறைநிலை
One second. So, Sonia ma'am, நீங்க hand raise பண்ணுங்க, நான் ஒருத்தரா கூப்பிடுறேன். See, I have more time, so nothing to worry. We'll answer all the questions. If you don't have time, we said 1 hour. If 1 hour comes, please you can please log on. If you all have question, I will answer it. Sonia
I'll
ma'am,
wait,
please.
sir. I'll wait. Sure,
please
sure.
wait.
Yeah,
Now
thank
we'll
you.
go to Ruma Biswasji. Yes, sir. Yes, madam.
Sir, I want to know a little detail about the 8 hours course, because today whatever I have learned, I just find interest in that course. Can you please explain it so that we can understand?
Yeah, we are connecting with modern science, man. We have a poster. I'll send you the poster. You note down my number. It is there in my name. Or I will tell you, please note down my number. Please send me a WhatsApp message. I'll send you the poster, which contains what are the topics we are going to cover. So my number is 98403 94093. I repeat again, 98403 94093. The course fee is only 2,000 rupees. It's for 8 hours. We give you material, we give you recording. It's a live session. You can ask as many questions as possible. We'll be clarifying. Is that clear, ma'am?
Sir, can you tell me the timings, which is more important?
Timing, it will be on weekdays. We are not decided. Possibly it is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, night 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Indian time.
Okay, sir. That's fine. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Namaskaram, Ananda sir. Can I have your question?
Namaskaram, sir.
Namaskaram,
Very
sir.
nice session today, sir. And I spoke to you before. You can recognize me, hopefully.
Yes, sir. Yes, very much, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, just in continuation from the previous madam's question, which is a very important and quite a deep question. And in a gist, what is her question is, there are lots of gods available. At the same time, there is something above God or a non-God path like godliness. Only that consciousness is there. And you have clearly given the very good answer that the choice is yours. You can take even Shivan or Brahman or Vishnu or even other religions, like for example Islamic or Christianity. The choice is yours. Ultimately, everything goes to the same thing. My question is, sir, in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra session, you have clearly mentioned when you are discussing about Ramakrishna, how much Ramakrishna had trouble in getting above the Shakti. And Totapri has to help him to get out of the God to reach a final destination of beyond God or that universal consciousness, etc. We definitely know that any God belief which you have explained will really help, maybe just like a pole vault to jump the barrier. But at one point, we need to leave everything and go to the ultimate consciousness or that singularity. Why can't a person who is not very much devoted to God at this stage can go in that way rather than getting into the bus of God and then getting out of the bus? Both will be quite a challenging one. That is the first question. The second one is, if we don't get into that godliness bus and try to get into that universal consciousness or the singularity directly, sometime for some people it may be a quick path. And if somebody is not getting it, they can get into the slow route of the Bhakti Marga also. What is your view, sir? Thank you.
Sir, I want to swim, but without support, can I swim initially? No, I cannot. How can I learn swimming without whatever, the initial, the air bag kind of thing? Impossible. Or even I need somebody's help to make me to swim. Maybe if I learn swim already, then I can swim without anything. For even studying, I want to do PhD. Why should I do LKG, UKG? Can I do directly? No, I need to start studying A, B, C, then only to go. So for everything, there is a proper step. We have to qualify for that. Then opportunity come, we'll be promoted to that. So definitely with God or without God, that doesn't matter, because Sankhya doesn't talk about God. It says if you want to attain the final self-realization, you understand the entire creation. It will be overwhelming to you. Then you do your sadhana, you do everything, then you will go. Similarly, every path says that whichever your likes, you come. But keep the goal as self-realization. Now, to get into self-realization, it's like I want to read only ABCD. Why I need a guru or a teacher? Because teacher makes the life very easy. If I myself want to learn even ABC, a kid will not learn. We know how much we struggle to draw A, how much beating we got from our mother, from teacher, to just write ABCD. Now we read simply. If a teacher is not there, very difficult. If GPS is not there, how difficult it is to travel these days? Now with GPS, I can travel anywhere. Without GPS, if I keep on asking people, it takes a long time. So GPS is like a guru or a teacher. Ultimately, it is guru. Like in Ramakrishna case and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Totapuri case, yes, even great yogis get stuck. They need help of a guru, a evolved person, more than him, to release him. That will happen automatically. If the longing inside is very intense towards self-realization, naturally a guru will come, a guru will happen. Something will come and release us from that. But it depends on how intense we are. We should have perseverance, we should have intensity, we should have deep longing. That will keep us going. It doesn't matter whether we believe in God, doesn't believe in God. If you believe in God, it's like we are not talking about going to temple, doing puja. If you are a devotee, you enjoy, that's different. But that's not necessary. Spirituality and temples not necessarily need to be connected. So if that is the thing, I need to go towards the path of God? Not necessary. If I find who I am inside, this and that, the creator, there is no difference. So if I realize that, then it is same. Ananda sir, anything is...
Thank you, sir. Very useful. Nice explanation, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Harika ji.
Namaste, sir. This is the first time I'm attending and I felt so good about the class. First of all, thank you for throwing the light on Sankhya philosophy. And there will be 3 pramanas on which the Sankhya philosophy is based on. Can you throw some light on it?
I have not studied Sankhya, ma'am. I just started. It will take another minimum 1 year. I have not studied Sankhya. The 3 pramanas in Yoga Sutra I know. Pratyaksha, Anumana, Agama. That I know. But in Sankhya, I have not read. Though it may be the same. I do not know. But without reading, without doing Swadhyaya, I don't want to touch Sankhya. So as of now, I don't have knowledge.
I'm also a beginner, so I just want to have a clarity about it. That's it.
So I can tell you the same thing in Yoga Sutra. It's very simple. Pratyaksha means through your direct senses, you see the truth. The truth can be seen in 3 ways. One is through your direct perception. See, some fire is happening. I can see it's fire only. It's not Maya. If I touch, it will hurt me. So this is direct perception. Through my 5 senses, I can see. Other is called Anumana. That means inference. That means I'm seeing a smoke coming out of the mountain. When the smoke comes, what I will say? Fire is there. Have I seen the fire? I'm not seeing the fire. But through the smoke, inference, I infer when smoke comes, it's a universal truth, the fire can be there. So this is the second way, because I cannot see the fire. Where the pratyaksha, the first thing fails, you go to the second, inference, anumana. Second also fails, you go to agama, which is scriptures. Now we talk about God, mukti. Where is the proof there is God? Where is the proof there is mukti? You cannot see through your eyes, through your 5 senses. You cannot infer also. But the scripture says, when the scripture says, the Veda says, Upanishad says, there is mukti, we are following that. That is the third way, where beyond our senses, beyond our understanding, we follow the words of great people who have already written. This is Agama. These are 3 ways you can understand the truth.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Now, Om Prakash sir, please sir. Except the last question. We take Vishesha later.
Yeah, this is a question. Actually, this came in my mind. This understanding came in my mind when Deepalji asked the question that what did we just learn now apart from, the evolution theory? So my understanding is that, we understood, what you told us, we understand that we are just a drop in the ocean, and we, in futility, try to give a form or asmita or, parichaya to our existence. So I think this is also what it teaches us. This is a basic understanding.
Superb, sir.
Okay.
Superb.
Right, sir. This is one. Second thing is you talked about certain sutras. When you were explaining that Tanmatra table calendar, then you talked about some sutras. Which are those sutras, sir, which explain the theory of Panchmatras that you said?
I think 18th and 19th. I think
18 and
19. Sadhana Pada, 18, 19. I don't have a book. If you chant, I will say.
Okay, sir. Right, sir. Yeah, this. And then if you can answer the previous question which I asked,
Yeah,
that why
I'll do that.
Avishesha before Asmita? Yeah.
Okay. So, madam, Tamil யாரோ கேட்டீங்களா? யார் கேட்டீங்க மேம்? உங்ககிட்ட
சார் சோனியா.
சோனியா மேம், நீங்க இன்னொரு கொஸ்டின் இருக்கு சொல்லுங்க.
ஆமா சார். அப்சல்யூட் ஸ்பேஸ், அந்த இறைநிலை அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து அது வந்து தன்னகத்தே என்ன இருக்கு அப்படின்றத அது தெரிஞ்சுக்க அது வரேன்ப்பா தெரிஞ்சுக்க முடியாததுனாலதான் அது வந்து மனுஷங்களை வந்து அது படைச்சு மனுஷங்களை படைச்சு அவங்க வந்து அவங்களோட சஃபரிங்ஸ் எல்லாம் அண்டர்கோ பண்ணி அதுக்கப்புறம் அவங்க வந்து தென் அது நிரந்தரம் இல்ல அப்படிங்கறத வந்து தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு அவங்க they are coming to know the eternal, and they know what is actual thing. So then they merge into the absolute space. It's been thought like that. If suppose already there is absolute space, why the human birth is there? Then why we need to undergo these issues, sufferings, and then why we are getting rid of these things and then merging with the absolute space or with the God? So what is the basis? If really was it if really like one more teachings was there, just please throw light on that. Like Lord Shiva was asking to explain about the Om mantra from Lord Muruga, because he doesn't know what it has with it, that what is the Om is, he doesn't know. So it has been explained through Lord Muruga, because Lord Muruga is a form of Lord Shiva and Shakti both. So was it true? But what is the basis? Can you please explain, sir? Thank you.
For the second question, I am not good at the stories, ma'am. So I cannot, because they may have long, maybe lot of insight into it. So I don't want to get into that. Then the question may come, if Shiva gets Upadesha from Muruga, then who is bigger? If Muruga knows bigger, I don't want to get into that. So it's sometimes we are Shiva's. Sometimes father will say, some kid says, no, father will say, okay, tell me, can you teach me? Maybe to get to the world or to know whether the kid knows or not. So that's the second part of question. I don't want to touch.
Okay.
To the first part of the question. Now, what is that you asked? First part of the question, the main thing I just not getting.
From the absolute space, like it created the human beings, and
I got it. See, the question is, the first part is, why creation? Why everything has to come? Why somebody has to take birth and go again and again and again and come? There is no answer to it in any text. It is like I have a pre-KG student, kid here, okay? Pre-KG kid is playing. Just imagine playing. Now the kid is telling, what, Appa, you are doing this thing, and I will also play. They will give money also to me, no? I am using the system. The kid thinks I am also playing. Can I give money? Then the kid says, why everybody is studying PhD? Please tell me what is PhD? Or what is your work? If I tell what is my work, will my pre-KG kid will understand? This comes out of curiosity. I'm not telling anything wrong. The curiosity can be have, but we should understand, we can never understand this at our level now. We are also pre-KG kids. When you come to the second, third standard, 10th standard, then you will understand slowly what is college. When you get to college, you understand what is PhD. When you get PhD or any degree, you understand what is work. Now with the current level, if you ask a question, what is the purpose of creation? Why everything happened? No text says. If you have any text saying this is the purpose of creation, tell me, I'll also read. They always say, see Upanishad, all the Upanishad, what is the question? What is Brahman? What is the base of creation? This is what the student asks. A guru will come round and round and round to make the student experience, because you cannot say in words. That's what I said. You can't even say in words about a sweet. You can't even explain. You can't even explain a simple experience of a sweet. Can you explain the higher experiences? That's why dhyana, samadhi, anything, they never say it has to happen to you. When something happen, then I will understand. You put one gulab jamun in my mouth. Will I ask question to you? How the gulab jamun tastes? I will not ask. One gulab jamun, if I put in my mouth, within few seconds, I will stop asking question because I experience. What is there to ask? It is there. Similarly, the divinity or mukti or whatever higher thing, if it comes to us, then no questions will be there. Because even if you ask 1,000 questions, you cannot get answer. The yogi may ready to say the answer. A guru may explain, you try to, but I cannot get it right. I have all the impurities here. If he says something God, I imagine God in the calendar. Can I imagine the emptiness? Very difficult. So initially we have form, God form, so that my mind becomes focused. When you pray with a form or meditate with a form continuously, one day you can meditate without form. Meditating with form into samadhi is called sampragnata samadhi, level 1 samadhi. If you get expertise, do that again and again and again. One day you can get into samadhi without form, which is called asampragnata samadhi, higher samadhi. Like that you move from samadhi to samadhi. Then finally you reach nirbija samadhi. This only happened. This cannot be understood logically. I will tell you, I always say this. There's a person by weight 600 kg. How many of you believe? There's a person living with 600 kg, 650 kg weight. Anybody ready to believe? Yes, no? No. Then I say second thing, that 600 kg person lost 540 kg, now he has become 60 kg. Will you believe? You will not believe. But it happened. It is there. I can pass on the news. It is there in the news. Now see, whatever I know, only I know. Whatever I do not know cannot exist. That's what the mind function. I have never seen a person, heard a person 600 kg. Though I have heard, assumed he is there, he cannot lose 500 kg. That's what the mind says, right? The mind is so limited. It will draw a circle. Our whole life will be on the mind. That is why they say chitta vritti nirodha. You control the activities of the mind. Go beyond the mind. When you go beyond the mind, when you become mindless, we will become mindful. To become mindless, only we are doing all the activity. Remove the mind, remove the mind. Mind is so limited. We cannot live in this limited thing. If I show the proof today for a 600 kg person, tomorrow you will start believing, yeah, that is there. So whenever you draw, there is something we know. There are huge things we do not know. Whatever I know only, you should try to explain me. This is the world. If I think I am in a wrong direction, we should understand this is an infinite world. I know only one dust, speck of dust. So I'll try to go beyond. So we should not trust the mind. This mind is only for survival, not to experience the reality. That we need into dhyana, samadhi and all, we need to experience the reality. Dr. Ananda sir, you have any other question?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Sorry, sir, it's a
Sir,
hold.
so
I'll remove that.
explained.
No problem. Sir. Yes, madam. Duriya, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. It was so beautifully explained. Like there are sometimes the kids have so many such questions that they don't believe in God, they don't believe in existence, they don't believe in evolution. So with this explanation, at least we can tell them this.
Believers are more dangerous. Believers means this is the answer. We start believing this. Who said this is the answer? Because my father said. Who told my father? His father said. Let's not believe anything. Let's not disbelieve anything also. Either you believe something, either you believe there is God or you believe there is no God. Both are believing something which we do not know. These are the words of great master. He says, if you believe God, you are a believer of God. Somebody don't believe God, he believe there is no God. I believe there is God. He believe there is no God. Both of us are believing that which we do not know. Something if you do not know, we say, I do not know. Start living with the question, I do not know. It's a beautiful door. The moment, every moment you live with the question, I do not know, then you start, your intelligence will try to find the truth. If you think, I know Yoga Sutra, I know this, I know God, I know this, I know God's name, I know God's place, I know what God eats. If you start doing like this, you are closing the option. It's become a closed door. I do not know means it's an open door. I'm ready to see. If somebody is talking something stupid also, I'm ready to listen because I do not know. A kid learns. Why? A kid always, I do not know. That's a big question in the kid's head. Whatever you give, it starts playing. It says, oh, is this? Is that? When we give, we say, oh, is this? I know this. I know that. The attitude is, I know. When spirituality is spiritual, a seeker means a seeker is a person who always live with the question, I do not know. Seeker means was he seeking truth, right? When he knows, how will he become a seeker? So we should always live in a place where I do not know. Because really we do not know. None of the scientists do not know what an atom contains, what is there in atom, what is there in the universe. Something they have seen. And whatever science says today, after 10 years, it says that is wrong. That's what science has been all through. Science is also evolving, seeking the truth. So it's better to say, I do not know. If somebody is believer, don't believe it. Somebody is a non-believer, don't do that also. Keep your mind open. Whichever is sensible, take it. One day we'll come to know. So if there is no question, I will try to answer Om Prakash sir. There are the creation chart, what we have seen, we can put that in 4 categories. One is called Vishesha, Avishesha, Linga, Alinga. If you don't remember the words A, B, C, D. Now, what is Vishesha? Vishesha means that you can perceive through senses, what you can understand through senses. Karma Indriyas, you can understand through senses. I can see my eyes, everything is there. I can see my hands, legs, all those things. Jnana Indriyas, I know it exists. I can understand through senses. So Karma Indriyas, Jnana Indriyas, Manas also I can perceive, which gets stored there. And 5 bhutas I can perceive. All the 5 bhutas, everybody knows it is there. So all these are called Vishesha. Vishesha means that can be understandable by the senses. Now, Avishesha means that cannot be understood through senses. Now, the 5 Tanmatras are Avishesha because I can listen to sound only small range. I can see only in a small range. All small thing I know. I cannot understand fully through my senses. See, even sound also you think, I am talking. Are you hearing exactly what I talk? No. Whatever I talk, it comes through my mic. It transferred through whatever internet and all. Comes through your speaker. In the speaker hits the air vibration comes, it hits my eardrum. Whatever happening in my eardrum only I am hearing, not what I am talking. Many things get lost. But the essence is there. Not exactly what I utter, you are not hearing. Only the essence of it you are hearing. So the 5 Tanmatras, only very little we are able to perceive. So Tanmatras are Avishesha. Similarly, Ahamkara, identity. How will you define the identity? You cannot understand through your senses the 5 identity. So Ahamkara is Avishesha. Go above Mahat. The Mahat is called Linga. Linga means which can be defined. See, you can define, there are these forces happening. This is gravity, that is centripetal force, this is centrifugal force. So this is time, space, time, fabric. You can explain something. That is called Mahat. Alinga, which is Mula Prakriti, means Alinga, which don't have any form, unexplainable. See, something has not formed. Can you explain? That's a little girl. I'm telling, if tomorrow this girl grows up and becomes a mother, can you tell about the child what the mother is going to bear? This child is going to bear? No, it has not come. Something is not created. How will you talk about it? It is formless. You can't define. There is no identity to that. So we call Mula Prakriti, unmanifested, as Alinga, which is a root not yet formed.
I understood, sir. I understood it fully. One more thing only. That means in Samadhi, one is in Linga state, the universal consciousness.
Samadhi is like traveling from the 2 ways you can attain Samadhi, one from bottom to top. When you come from bottom, you come
Samadhi,
from...
one is in Linga state. In Samadhi.
Samadhi, you have to cross Linga, then get to Alinga, then get to Purusha. Liberation is there. Bottom to top. Any other question? So anybody wants to understand that course, what we are doing, please message me and I'll definitely send you the detail. It'll be useful, interesting. It's not like we also give a participation certificate if you participate all the classes. That's from Vishwabharati-san.
So
yes,
what is the subject of that this thing? Once again, if you can tell us.
That is the evolution chart with respect to modern science and the Sankhya or yoga philosophy.
Right.
Yeah. Anybody wants to ask any question? Ananda sir, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, you have mentioned in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra class also about this karmas, and if a person is going above this linga and alinga stage, in the end he will leave the body and he doesn't have to come back because the karma is complete and the life cycle is complete. In that meaning you have explained. Regarding the karmas, is it like if somebody is leaving the body at the time, there is some residual karma, that same soul will bond with the same amount of karmas, or you believe that there will be some extra karma added and the karmas are not belonging to one soul? What is the correct thing, sir, regarding the karmas?
So karma means action, my action. Whatever action or desire I create in my mind, not necessarily do physical action. Even I can think and create a lot of karma. Karma means my action. I want to do. Say, I want to eat an ice cream. This is my karma. When I eat my ice cream, what happens? It is so tasty. If it is so tasty, it gets stored in my mind. It will going to become a habit. Next day also, I want to eat an ice cream. Suppose I don't like it. The taste is not good. I don't want to eat. I want to eat a different ice cream. When I will stop this ice cream eating? Suppose we put you in diet, ice cream diet for 1 week. No food, only ice cream. 10 times you have to eat ice cream. After 10 days, you will get allergy. The moment I say ice cream, you will run away. So this karma samskara happens because I have not quenched my thirst. See, somebody is more mad about film, somebody more mad about sport, somebody more mad about anything. Why they are going behind? They want to quench the thirst. They ask for it. Not God is giving. I ask for it. In the current birth or next birth, I get it based on my punya and papa. When this will come down, the more I experience, I see both the side of it, then I will think, I don't need it. Though somebody gives me coffee, if I understand this coffee is not good for my health, without suppressing, I simply feel, no, this is not, I don't need it. Because this body doesn't need it. That maturity will come later when really we understand the consequence of our action. We will not do unnecessary action. We will do whatever is most important. So this karma becomes habit, which we call samskara. That samskara becomes vasana. That means it shows some direction. If we live consciously, this habit will break down one by one. Because consciously I'm living. I know I will do only whatever is good to me. So initially what they will say, do good karma. When you do good karma, good result will come. I will get in good family, good, enough money will be there, food will be there. When you get into that state, you should neither do good nor bad. That means what? No need to, say killing someone or nothing. No. You should live. You should not own that. See, if I donate someone 10,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupee, if I inside feel, I donated 1 lakh rupee. So that will be very useful to them. If you own that, that karma comes to you. That punya you will get because you are owning that. But when you think such a big universe, what money I have, somebody gives just for working. So I give 1 lakh. This is nothing. Only God's money I'm giving. Really, internally, you start feeling this is nothing what I'm doing. No problem is going to get solved. Something I'm doing. If you don't own it, you will not gather that punya. Punya is as bad as papa. Punya means you are holding gold, 10 kg gold on your head. Papa means 10 kg stone on your head. You tell me which weighs more? Which is more weight? Both are same. Either 10 kg gold or 10 kg stone, it doesn't matter. Both are weight, which is not allowing me to walk freely. So the moment we understand there is punya and papa, we should not own that punya. Papa will not do. When you evolve, definitely, the papa will not do the bad deeds. When you do good deeds, don't take credit. If you don't take credit, that also will go. Then my account should become zero. I know I have a big inventory outside there. One small bag they are given karma in this birth. You try to exhaust everything by not owning the results. Slowly everything will go. Next time if I die, go, then they will say, no, your store is empty. Nothing is there to give. Or they'll give a last quota. They say this is the last one. If you spend this, that's all. You will not go again. So for spending, I need to come earth. So if they give me that thing, the last birth I will come. In that last birth, I will not gather any punya or papa. That is called asampragnata samadhi. They live like God. They never do anything. They simply live for people. They exhaust that karma, whatever they taken. For that, they need to live with the body. The moment they live for some years, that will get exhausted. Then they get into samadhi state, attain a final nirbija samadhi. Then they attain mukti. That means they will go back. They will not come back again. Why? Because when they go back, the store is empty. What karma is there to give to come here in the earth? There is nothing is there. So they will not come again. So we say they attain mukti, moksha, self-realization, kaivalyam.
And sir, also the answer to this question, Gulab Jamun or ice cream you gave, is the answer to Sonia ji's question also, that why all this experience and why all this creation, so that we grow out of it, we experience it, and then we realize and we practice vairagya.
The question she is asking is why I need to come back do this again?
To have the experience.
That's all. Ananda sir, is that clear? Or do I need to?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Very useful. Thank you very much.
Any more questions?
Sir.
Yes, madam.
I'm sorry, sir. Maybe I'm killing your time, or I don't know.
No, madam. I have time, madam.
Sir, there are 3 types of karma. They are telling Sanjita karma and all. We are bringing the bags of karma with us. So, and if you're not completing that karma this time, and we are giving birth to our children, and they are taking, carrying it, for which they are not meant, maybe we are doing some karmas and they are carrying it. So what are these? And sometimes, for example, they are telling Arunagirinathar, at some instant he is getting that mukti and he is seeing God. So to get rid of these karmas, as you said, whatever, I'm giving Ishvara Pranidhana, I'm surrendering everything to God, whatever the good or bad I'm doing. So the bad should not be there, but the good which we do, that we have to give surrenderance to God. So if that we do, at that time, we are getting rid of these karmas, or we are responsible for the karmas. We have to spend all these, and we have to tally it, and we have to go. So what is the thing, sir? If we do meditation, will we get rid of these? And we will if we realize, though we have did karmas without knowing, if we do meditation, will we get rid of these things? What is it, sir?
All the karma you can exhaust only if you get clarity. If you get right clarity in the mind, you know what is right, what is wrong, what to do, what not to do. We are seeing Guru, like you said, Arunagirinathar or Ramana Maharishi. When you say how that person has attained, they have taken many, many births like us. All the big people, all the great yogis also taken many, many births like us. Then slowly they evolved. We are seeing only their last birth. We are thinking they got birth, and right from childhood, they got into samadhi. Finally, they attained mukti. No, that is the last birth you are seeing. It's like I'm studying in 5th standard. I'm seeing 12th standard, somebody is studying, he getting college admission. I'm saying we both are in school. How come that person is getting college admission? We both are in school, but he finished 12th standard. I'm in 5th standard. Similarly, Ramana Maharishi or any yogi, they cross like us only. With great difficulty, great learning, they cross. Final Janma, they came, people saw them godlike. Similarly, for us also, it takes another thousands of Janma. Another 1 crore Janma will come. Is there any problem? Will not have problem. No memory will happen, right? Already we would have come here 1 crore Janma. This is what perseverance is. If you decide, if you are into yoga and spiritually, if nothing will happen to me, is that okay? Are we ready to be in spiritual journey? Then only we can be here. If you want to know everything by answer, then it's like curiosity. I want to understand what is there in the box. Nothing in the box. What is there in the idol? It is just a stone. You can answer everything like that. But that is not that. Spirituality means reaching God means not that you go and reach. You realize our own self. I want to understand who I am. This is a big question, right? I came here, number of years I'm here, and I just simply die without understanding from where I came, who I am. If I want to know this, who I am, how long it will take? It is here. If I want to go to moon or sun and meet somebody and understand, it takes long time. It is here. Who is stopping? I am only stopping myself. My mind is stopping myself. I am unable to see what is happening inside because all the investment has gone outside. I think the world is everything is what the real world. This is not real one. So we should never follow any guru. We should follow guru's words. A guru action can be illogical. They say, I don't know whether it's true or not. No, Adi Shankaracharya was traveling, or a great sage. I don't want to bring Adi Shankara. Great sage was traveling and he drank liquor, one bottle liquor. All the disciple thought so happy. Oh, my guru did, I'll also do. They also drank the liquor. And after that, that sage went somewhere and hot molten iron is there. He drank that also. Now, can these people do? We should never follow guru. A guru may do many things which we may not understand, but we should follow guru's words. The guru's words are only for us, not guru's action. Guru's action, only he knows why he is doing. So we'll follow guru's words. And if we have perseverance, patience, and whatever happens, I'll be in this path. I want to understand the reality inside me. If we keep this longing growing, whatever happen will supposed to happen. Let it take 10 janma or 10,000 janma. What is our problem? It is God's problem. If a kid is so smart and the kid wants to know the truth, you as a parent, will you leave the kid? You will show the truth, right? One day, like we are all kids. You do straightforward life. We live in a helpful mind. We try to do good things like that. We start living. God will not leave us simply, right? He will also open the doors. So no need to worry. Do our best. Don't worry about the result. Whether mukti happens, doesn't happen. It doesn't matter. I am going to follow the path. Whatever happens, let it happen. Let it take another 1 lakh janma, 100 janma, whatever. No problem. If you have that thing, keep going. That's all. Because there is no definite period. One may attain something in this janma. Other person may be in next janma. Other person after 100 janma. How do we know? Let us not decide. At least here, people here, we know there is something called mukti, something called yoga sadhana. We'll do that. Whatever happen, it will happen at the right time. Okay. So I think we're taking more time.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So we'll meet again maybe in the next.
If you can do 2 hours session per day, 4 days, that helps actually. What happens is that 1 hour to keep that time for 8 days becomes difficult, traveling, this, that, office. So if the sessions are less but extended, that possibly gives more.
If more than 1 hour, it will be a little boring, sir. So 1 hour is where we can keep our focus also. I want everything to get digested. If we digest and do.
It takes 1 hour to get into it and then 1 hour for the realization. Anyway, thank you, sir.
Hari Om, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, there is a question in the chat box, sir. Sharavanan has asked whether the course is available in Tamil.
No, sir. As of now, only English. Because Tamil means I need to prepare a slide for it. As of now, English. Sir, if time permits, do in Tamil.
No worries, sir. Hi, sir. No. Why I asked this because I want to share it with my parents and families. Yeah, that's why.
If you collect some 10 people, I will try to explain in Tamil. We conduct a separate session, but slides will be in English. But I can talk in spoken Tamil. I can do that.
I understand. Do you have any session for kids, sir? So like school studying kids?
Kids philosophy, I take only philosophy, sir. In our ashram, they put regular posters for kids and all. If you are, please message me. I'll add you to the groups so that you can get further detail.
Which number shall I reach you, sir?
My number already, it is there in my name.
The number is there in the chat box.
It is 98403 94093.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hari Om. Namaskaram to all. Thanks for people who attended with us.
Hari Om, sir.
Thank you, sir. Hari Om, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Hari Om.